weird. Okay. I am not sure what is going on here. What is with these planet textures? Welcome back to another Zero to Hero. Welcome back to the channel. In our last episode, we had a couple of successful bunker runs, did a box mission, made a little bit of money. And so we're back. We're here at Port Olisar, ready to take on another couple of missions on the road to $100,000, or 100,000 Alpha UEC. So in the last one we had a bit of a weird issue with the textures. I did manage to clear that one up just by closing and reopening the game. Not sure what was going on there, it was a bit of a weird bug. And earlier today I did run through some missions, most notably the intro to the bounty hunting, which is why you can see I've got BLRTs there available. However, I was having some issues with lag, server sync, 30Ks, so I didn't end up using that for the episode. I actually ended up losing a decent chunk of money. So here we are. We've taken on a mission, a public enemy declared mission. These ones are, they're a little bit cheesy. I'll be completely honest, especially the ones on Selin. So this one at the wreck site, the target is in the open, on foot, which makes it very simple for you to just fly in your ship, use laser repeaters or whatever weapons you have, and slaughter the poor bastard. And it's a quick 15k. In amongst all the issues, I had done one or two of these before. So the good thing with the ones on Selin, all you need to do is fly over to private property, and the target's, what's that, about 6,000 kilometers, 6,006 kilometers away from where you end up QTing to. It is nighttime, which makes it a little bit harder to see. The Avenger does have some amazingly bright lights though. I'm not sure why the lights on this ship are so bright and so dull on others, like the Vulture. It lights up its own front pylons and that's it. Whereas look at this, the Avenger lights up that whole wreck site. That's ridiculous. Something CRG really need to work on. So yeah, here's the target here, right out in the open. Just for ease, I'm going to use the Mantis here because it is mounted on the nose of the ship and is pointing essentially where the cursor is, and I don't have to do a whole lot of guessing as to where the rounds are going to land. You can see where they're going to land. So yeah, 2 or 3 bursts of this and he'll be dead. And there we go. That's how easy it is. Now, I could get out, I could grab the loot from him, however, I have been doing bunkers, and I've got plenty of armor, I've got plenty of weapons. I don't really need the amount of money that's going to be worth it. That armor set's probably worth 3 or 4k, the weapon he's got on him is maybe worth another 1,000, so maybe 5,000. Versus just going and getting another mission, which is much quicker. So you can see we've got 71k there. I did have a few issues, as I was mentioning, with some weird bugs, some disconnects, some server lag. Actually, one of the first things I did was I flew into Galiente Family Farms, and there was a hammerhead and 2 reclaimers, all piloted by AI, right there. I don't know if that's part of a mission or something, or if it's just a random spawn of some ships. I don't know why they'd be there. And in a unmodified rented Avenger Titan, my chances of taking on those 3 ships with my piloting skills were next to none. I mean, I tried and I failed. That was one of the frustrating things. Another time I was here doing one of these missions and a Cutlass Black decided to fly in and engage me while I was looting, which ended up killing me, which may have made me rage quit for a little while. But we're back. We're going to go to a bunker now, over at Security Port Kriska, here on Selin. One of the good things I do like about Celine is you can kind of just bounce back and forth between these two missions. These security posts with a call to arms and the reward you get for it, and the loot, you end up getting about 40-ish K between the two of them. So you do one and you bounce the other and you've made around 40K, which is not too bad. It doesn't make for boring gameplay though. So while I could just sit here and do that and probably, I won't say cheese, but bore my way up to the goal of this series, which is to have, as you would have seen in the first episode, which hopefully you have all watched, I need to get to 1 million Alpha UEC in my bank, plus owning a Cutlass Black or something similar. So that means I need to make several million Alpha UEC. Now I do need to do that relatively quickly. As you recall, I did set myself a time limit of the free fly, and the free fly is only running till the 17th. So that gives me about 3 more days from today's date to get this run done and dusted, which isn't a whole lot of time. I was probably being a bit unrealistic when I set this goal, but you know, I did set it. My schedule doesn't really allow me more than a few hours of an evening to actually play the game. And then you throw on top of that editing time, recording the voiceovers, which you're listening to right now, and everything else that goes along with it. I'm getting lucky to be getting out an episode a day. Anyway, into the bunker. Oh, I also picked up this little box here. I'm not sure on the size of it, but I've been using it to store all little bits and pieces that I've picked up along the way, mostly from bunker runs. You may have heard in the background there the bunker AI engaging each other, so the friendly and enemy AI. Just dump off all this ammo, pick up some ammo for the actual weapon that I've got, which is only 1 clip, but that's okay. There'll be other weapons once we get into the bunker. And head on in. Yeah, before I get down, I'm just gonna... Yeah, no, yes, no, I will. I'll go back, I'll close that ramp. I don't want anyone coming along to take my ship from me, so we'll close that up. Head on down to sub-level 01. If you guys have got any ideas on what I could be doing in the future for these episodes, if there's anything specific you want to see me do, any mission types, contracts, just let me know in the comments below. We'll do our best. Yes, this is why I don't like this weapon. A lot of rounds just to kill through it. What was I saying? Yeah, if there's anything you want to see me do, some cargo hauling, some more bounties, some whatever, really, just let me know and we'll make that happen. The only stipulation I would have is nothing illegal. So I don't particularly want to spend any time in Klesha, thanks to the time limit I put on myself. Though I did see someone recently on YouTube started a new series of Zero to Heroes in Star Citizen. Set themselves the goal of only doing illegal missions, so no legal contracts. And they had to steal a ship. There was no buying ships, I believe, was one of the other limitations they put on themselves. But I thought that could be interesting, and if that's something you guys want to see, let me know. I could do an entirely illegal Zero to Hero. The end goal being fairly the same, just having a Cutlass Black or similar. The reason I chose a Cutlass Black for this was it's a fairly middle of the road ship. It's good at kind of everything. I thought it was a decent enough goal to get there, because once you got something like a Cutlass Black, you really do open up your options for what you can do in game. And that's when you can start doing stuff like, you know, mining with a ground vehicle, or you know, hand mining if you really want to fly around the caves of Daymar, hunt some Janolite, do a lot more bounties. Cargo hauling becomes a bit more viable, that sort of stuff. So I thought that was the goal. There's another dude. Get him. Bearing to that Lumen SMG. So 2 guys left to go. Alright. There's one there. The other one is up and to the left. You can just hear him talk. Here he is there. Alright, so that's it for this bunker. Relatively easy. Again, that's just due to the server tick. The AI is pretty horrible. So we're going to enable Loot Goblin mode, and I will see you on the other side. There we go. The quick tip for young players: don't leave dead bodies in your ship. If you get scanned by security, they will try to arrest you.
Engines offline. Engines online.
So we're going to take off. We'll grab another mission. I think we'll just bounce back to that wreck site. No missions in Mercenary. Nothing really worth taking in bounty hunting. I can make more money elsewhere. Back to Mercenary. Public enemy declared. Same deal. And the good thing about the public enemy declared is it's not an illegal mission. It has been offered by the local authorities. So we'll head back over to private property. Get us another 15k. There we are, back at private property. As I mentioned earlier in the video, when I was playing earlier in the night, I did get killed by a Cutlass Black as I was trying to loot at this location, and this is that Cutlass Black. So it's time for me to get some revenge. What I am going to do though is I'm going to be a little bit cheeky. I know he's not going to engage me if I'm this far out, so what I'll do is I will wait for him to land, and then I'll fire missiles at him, and then I'll fly in and start shooting him with guns. That way there's less of a chance of him avoiding the missiles as they come in, giving me a slight advantage to make up for my particularly crappy piloting skills or dogfighting skills. There go the first 2 missiles. Start flying in. We gotta impact his shields. Rear shields are down to half. Fire the next 2 missiles off. And engage with guns. His turret is able to shoot at me, obviously the turret's on top. But his rear shields are down, and he's taken some damage to one of those port I want to say port engine. So we're just going to come back in for another strafing run. Bring in the Mantis this time.
Shields under fire.
Our shields are critical, so back up. Done a bit more damage. Fly off, let our shields recover a bit. That will of course give his shields time to recover, but what can you do? His are down, whereas mine weren't quite down, so a little bit different. And engage again, another strafing run. Bit more damage. This time to the starboard engine, it looks like. It looks like he's taking a bit of damage to his turret as well. So he's taking off now.
Ammo low.
Don't hit him. Oh, there you see, that was close. I've really got to learn how to do something other than just joust with enemy ships. I do end up killing this guy though, pretty easily. There's a little trick, and I don't know if it's probably something everyone knows. I've discovered, maybe it's just with the cutties, but if you strafe while you're flying towards them, then they have a very hard time hitting you. Engaging strafe, distraction mode now. As you can see, all his shots are going very wide. It's like the AI just can't compensate for it or something. I don't understand. But it works, it's in-game, I will take advantage of it. It's a feature. Let's call it a feature. I'm trying to do this just with the badges because the Mantis is almost out of ammo. That's the one thing I don't like about the stock type, is that front gun. Ballistics in general, the fact you have to go back to a port to reload them is a bit... That's very annoying. And I am doing lots wrong here, really, I'm doing a lot wrong. Don't come to me for tips on how to dogfight. I really should be letting these badges recharge entirely before I unleash a full clip on the enemy ship. And I'm sure there's a lot more I could be doing other than just circle strafing. It works. Is it boring? Yes. Does it make for great YouTube content? No. I'm going to try and kill this guy before he hits the ground. Just because I wasn't very happy with Cutlass Black killing me last time, getting my revenge. Realizing that the weapons are gimbaled, which probably would help me with my aiming. But that's okay. We all make mistakes. There we go, he's down. Alright. Head on into the target zone. We will kill old mate. And then back to Port Olisar, I think. That's what we'll do. Where is he? There he is. He's a little bit hard to see. Right. Turn off the lights in a second, just so we can actually... Yeah, there he is. There we go. Just makes it easier to see where the shots are landing. Couple of hits. I've always found it interesting that when you shoot at a AI, and obviously they recognize you as a target, your ship gives you a target lock sound, which I don't quite understand. There's a few more AI here. Might as well spend a bit of time torturing them. You'd only do this for the extra 500 credits from the Call to Arms mission. Anyway, I will catch you guys back at Port Olisar. Alrighty, so here we are, back at Port Olisar in Garrity Defence, and as you can see, we met that magic 100,000 UEC number, 106,000 to be exact. Once I sell everything, I'll end up with around 107,000. I picked up some decent stuff, a couple of undersuits, a couple of sets of armour, a whole bunch of weapons. Managed to find a railgun, which is kind of cool. I don't know what I'll do with that. I'll have to come up with something to do with that. So yeah, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a bit short and sharp. Not too much happened. And yeah, if you like what we're doing here, hit the like button, hit subscribe while you're there, tap the notifications button so that YouTube lets you know when I release something new and you can come through and watch it. But until the next episode, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheers!